In this video, we're going to talk about some instances where cops got completely owned by lawyers. Let's get started. We kick things off with an ignorant cop straight up lying and accusing a man that he was taking pictures on a private parking lot. But the man stood his ground and told the cop that he wasn't on the private parking lot, explaining to him that he was standing on the roadway, which is a public easement. Then the cop went on about policy, but the man shut him off pretty quickly, saying that he didn't care about anyone's policy because he wasn't on somebody else's property, and that the only thing he cared about was the law.
I wasn't in the parking lot.
Okay, you cannot be taking pictures.
I wasn't in the parking lot.
Okay, sir.
I was on the roadway. This is a public easement, right? Utility poles.
It is policy. You are not
I don't
allowed
care.
to take pictures.
I don't care about your policy.
You don't care about policy.
I don't care about their policy. I'm not behind those walls.
Okay. Do you want to end up behind the walls?
I don't think I will.
Because there are
What?
things in place that you
Be
cannot
careful.
be doing.
Be
Okay?
careful.
I am being careful.
The cop wanted to know why the man was filming. When the man didn't want to disclose that, the cop told him that that was the problem and that it was considered suspicious activity. He also revealed that that was the reason he was there. But the man just reminded him that he could investigate all he wanted, but that he wasn't going to answer any of his questions.
You need to also be
You
careful.
said policy. That is not law.
Okay.
Law says I can
Okay, but
take
what's your
pictures
purpose for doing so?
whatever I want it for.
Whatever you want it for?
Yep.
Okay, well that's the problem. See, it's suspicious activity. All right, that's why we're here talking to you.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is suspicion
Reasonable suspicion of criminal activity afoot is a reason for us to be out here talking.
is suspicion a misdemeanor or felony?
It's neither, but it has. It
see,
gives
there
us
you go.
the right to be here and asking questions.
You can ask all.
The man continued to educate the ignorant cop by saying that he was under no obligation to cooperate with him. The cop didn't know what to say to that, so the man asked him if he was being detained, and the cop confirmed that he was technically detained. When the man asked him what crime he was being detained for, the cop just said that he needed to be quiet. The man didn't want to let the cop bully him into submission, so he told him that he didn't need to be quiet.
Investigation. And if you're not going to cooperate,
I don't have to cooperate with your investigation. I'm lawfully and under no obligation to cooperate with you. None.
okay. I'm just going to tell it to you this way.
Am I being
You're out
detained?
here trying
Am I
to-
being detained?
Technically, right now you are being detained.
For what? For what? What
You're
crime?
being- okay.
What crime?
This is the issue. Okay.
What? You tell me what crime, and I will tell
You
you.
need to be quiet for just a second.
I'm not going to be
because
quiet. I don't
you
have to be
understand
quiet.
what the word detained means.
The cop was trying to act all smart by telling the man that he didn't know what the word detained means. He then went on to explain that being detained means that he isn't free to leave. But just because he knew what being detained means, it didn't mean that he knew how to articulate the crime. The man kept asking him what his RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion, was, and he told him that it was because he was taking pictures. The man was trying to prove his point and get this cop to finally understand that he wasn't doing anything illegal by giving him an example of a Google car, and the cop got completely confused, to the surprise of absolutely no one.
Detained means you are not free to leave. You are not free
For
to
what
leave right
crime? For what
now. You're
crime?
not being detained for a crime. You are
Then
being
I should be free to go.
reasonable suspicion.
What is your
There's
RAS?
activity.
What is your RAS?
Okay.
What is your RAS that a criminal activity is afoot?
You are taking pictures and videoing a
Is that
government
illegal?
facility.
Is that illegal? Do you guys arrest the Google car that comes down through here and takes pictures of all this?
Not a Google car that comes down here and takes
I can see it on Google Maps.
That's because they use something probably from above.
No, they drive right down through here.
But they don't take pictures of that.
Yes, they do. That's how I found the place.
Do a story on the prison.
I'm gathering content on the story. That's all I'm doing.
Luckily for the confused cop, his colleague arrived just in time to help him deal with the educated citizen who knows the law better than him. The man proceeded to explain everything to the other cop, hoping that he would understand that he wasn't doing anything illegal. He basically told him the same thing he told his confused colleague earlier, that he wasn't on the private property, and that he was just standing on the roadway taking pictures of things he could see from there. After explaining everything, he asked the cop for his business card, but the cop told him that he didn't have one.
What? About 3 years. I'm doing a story on the prison, gathering content, B-roll footage. I haven't gone onto their property, up in the gates. I don't know why they told you I was in their parking lot. I've always been on the roadway. I'm riding my bike. I've been spotting train. you have to, on the road, it looks like it goes through their property, just like this does, and down there as well. But there's a parking lot on each side, but the road is public.
Right. Okay.
And that's what I was just like this. I was off in the grass a little bit, but up there in the mud, but this is exactly how I was. Now, can you explain to him that I'm not doing anything wrong?
Right. No, I mean, like I said, we're just trying to make sure. I mean,
You guys have cards?
doing a job.
You guys have business cards?
I don't have a business card, but I can give you my number, our post number, which is.
Well, I was actually going to go over there too. So if you guys see me over there, just don't
Okay.
don't
But you
bother.
gotta understand when you're on the, the property, and they have cameras and stuff. So
Oh, sure.
you may get a call. And
Sure.
See
Absolutely.
What's going on? Why are you filming me? And just
The man then started complaining about the first cop, saying that asking him questions was one thing, but detaining him for an unlawful reason and telling him that he was going to end up behind the walls of the prison was something else. The cop obviously denied ever saying that, and the man just proceeded to ask him about his name and badge number, and the cop gave it to him, but then he tried to argue with the man. Luckily, the other cop was de-escalating the situation, probably realizing that the man was going to file a lawsuit if they continued to push his buttons. The cop then wanted to know how long he was there and where he was located, and the man had no problem revealing all that information to him.
ask questions. All right.
Asking questions are fine, but detaining me for an unlawful reason and telling me that I'm going to end up behind these behind these walls.
I never stated that.
You asked if, let me have your name and badge number, please.
My name is Matt Nickerson. My badge number is 9435.
Thank
The
you.
Statement I
That's
made,
enough. Your
which is more
sergeant's
than
here.
welcome.
Your sergeant's
Sir,
here. I'll
I'm
talk
not-
to
he's
him.
not the sergeant, okay?
Oh, you're not.
But this
You
is
said
a
your
sta-
sergeant.
this is a statement you
You're the
said.
supervisor.
I'm a postman.
Oh, you said your sergeant was on your way, so that's why I thought that you were.
It's fine though. Like I said, we don't mean any harm. We're just doing.
And
the
I don't
job.
either. I
You
have
get a
no
call,
ill will,
you
no
gotta
ill
check it
intent,
out, all right?
and that's fine. I get it.
Okay.
But
How long were you over here? Though?
I was probably back there about 10 minutes. One guy came out and said he was worked for the government, and I had to do what he said. I told him to basically kick rocks.
Were you like on this road?
I was between the parking lot and their entrance.
Okay.
Where that stop sign, I was right next to that stop sign. The second time I stopped, I was right in front of the entranceway across from there,
Gotcha.
but I was still on the road. I wasn't behind that barrier.
Well, overall, are you done filming, or are you like?
Well, down here, I got to come back this way, but I'm going to move on down that way.
The cop was reasonable enough to tell the man that it was all good as long as he wasn't on private property. But just when you thought everything was about to get settled, the man in the car, probably the one who called the cops in the first place, decided to swoop in and give his 2 cents on the matter. But, as you can imagine, the educated citizen had no problem giving free lessons in law to him as well, basically saying that they couldn't trespass his eyes and urged them to look at the GIS, Geographic Information System survey. The man who called the cops tried to make excuses for himself, saying that they feared for their security, and the educated citizen just went on to destroy him with logic by asking him who put the electric poles. The man in the car got confused, realizing that he was being completely owned by this law expert.
What, 2 more facilities down there, right?
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, as long as you're not on the property, like I said, if you could stay.
But, sir, that's your policy. That's not law.
Out, escaping things or set up people for.
You have 3 separate, sir, I've done security. You have 3 separate lines of security back there.
Your policy doesn't say no. Up to.
Absolutely not.
That's why we got called
Pictures
in the
are
first
taken.
place.
But I'm on the, you cannot trespass my eyes.
What's considered you guys' property? Is it this road too? Because I'm not familiar with.
No,
what's
sir.
considered you guys'
No.
property.
Look at the GIS survey. Look at the GIS survey. Your property,
Not there in our facility, and anything that's taped on that, what's to say that they're not setting up an escape.
I can understand that.
I can understand that. Sure.
To get somebody out, or
Right.
it's for our safety.
Right, and I understand that. I just didn't know what's considered you guys' property. Or,
Sir, let me ask you a question. Did you guys put these power poles here?
Sorry?
Did you put these power poles here?
No, I didn't put the power measure.
Come on. Come on. Who put the power poles here?
I was shooting.
The state. The state. The power company. So there has to be an easement for public to walk down through here or ride a bike down. There's a sign down there that says share the road with bikes.
The man was proving his point when the cop interrupted him and asked him how long he was going to be there. The man answered that question and continued to educate everybody, hoping that they would all finally understand that he wasn't on private property. The cop then said that he was going to check where exactly the private property was, and the man said that was perfectly fine with him.
Sure.
It's a whole lot different than taking.
No, it's not, because people have video GoPros on their head. I saw 3 of them on bikes go down through here. They all had GoPros on their head.
Well, I mean, are you done?
So this is a public roadway. Do you guys maintain this? Does the prison maintain this?
We do.
On contract with the state, right?
I assume that's where it is.
So it's state.
So here's the thing.
It's public.
They're saying it's their property. All right. So if they're saying it's their property, he works here, so he would know if this is their property or not.
So their property ends.
This is all state property right here.
So,
Then my taxpayers pay for it, right? Do my taxpayers pay for it?
So
Tax dollars?
So we don't escalate any. Are you done filming? Or?
I'm just going to go on down through here and do the same thing that I've been doing.
Okay. Are you
And then when I
able
get to the end, I'm going to turn around and come back.
Okay. Are you able to go on the other side of the train tracks and film?
No. Why would I do that?
Because it's their property, and they're saying that.
Sir,
their
it's not.
policy.
You guys need to find out where their property is then before you tell me I had to vacate.
Okay.
Because this road is not their property. It is a public road.
Okay. So
It has to be.
okay.
Because it's a cut through. There's
But
neighborhood back there.
here's what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna make some phone calls. Okay?
That's just
I'm gonna find out exactly what their property is. All right.
Thank you.
And if it's considered their property, you have to. Okay?
I will do.
As soon as that reasonable cop went away, the other one continued to harass the man, accusing him of standing on private property. But just like the first time, the man stood his ground and continued to educate him. He once again reminded him that he wasn't on private property. Then they proceeded to argue about whether or not the man had to provide his ID. The man reminded the cop that the cop never asked him for his ID, but even if he did, he wouldn't be required to give it to him as they were not in a stop and ID state.
That is perfectly fine.
Hey, but you said you were at the stop sign up there. That's definitely into their property.
No, it's not. That has to be a public easement. There has to be a public easement to get through. How do visitors get back down through here? It's publicly accessible, right?
Okay, but when a visitor comes
Okay,
up,
no.
they provide identification.
That's if they go inside.
Okay, but who are they?
So you're
visiting
telling me
if
I
they
have to
don't
give
go
you my
inside?
identification? Is that what you're telling me?
When I asked you for ID,
You didn't ask me.
I did ask you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You
Your
said
video is proof of your own.
if I ask you for ID, if I ask you to identify yourself, you have to tell me. And that's wrong as well. I only have to tell you who I am when I'm legally arrested. Legally arrested, not unlawfully. Nor am I unlawfully detained, do I have to show you ID. This is not a stop and ID state. What? Tell me what your reasonable suspicion is then. Wrong. That because it's constant.
The reason we are here.
Because-
Say that? That's what you're not understanding. The reason I am even here
Yep.
is because we were called.
I get it.
Because you are on their property.
I'm
filming
not.
Their facility,
I'm not on
which
their
is against
property.
Their policy.
I'm on a roadway.
The man then reminded the cop that policy is not the law and asked him if he was going to apologize to him if he was right. The cop, acting all smug, told him that he wasn't going to apologize for doing his job. Then that other cop returned and told the man that it was illegal to film the property.
Policy is not law, trooper. You are a trooper, right?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
I let you finish. Now you let me.
Okay.
I don't have to know everything. That's fine. I know the
We
law.
can just be done talking. We're waiting on a response. from
And
you.
that's fine.
As soon as that happens, if this is in fact.
Do I get an apology for you?
No.
Why not?
I need to apologize to you.
For telling me that
I
I am a
need to do
criminal.
my job.
You're telling me I'm a criminal.
No, I never said once you were.
You just said filming was a criminal act.
If you were on their property.
Dig yourself deeper. It's still not a criminal act. It's still not a criminal act. Would you swallow your pride and your ego if I'm right and apologize?
It's not an ego issue, sir. I'm here.
I'm just saying.
Because we were called here.
And all I ask is for an apology if you're wrong.
Okay, well, sir, so I did look some things up, all right? So this is, in fact, it is their property, all right, and it is illegal to actually film their facility.
By whose standard?
The man was quite surprised to hear that and said that he was going to check GIS himself. The cops then asked him for his identification, and he refused to give it to them. He then asked him if he was free to leave, and they said yes, as they didn't want to risk lawsuits. As for the man, He probably realized that trying to teach these cops law was going to get him nowhere, so he decided that his best course of action was to just leave and not risk being unlawfully arrested.
I guess by the state standards. So
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Listen, unfortunately, like I said, I'll
Okay.
look it up. And-
I'll do a GSI survey again, and I'll come back if I'm right.
All right, you have your ID and stuff?
I don't have to show you that. Am I being detained?
What's that?
You have to ask me to leave, right? They're asking me to leave. We found out that if this is their property, I need to leave, right?
Right. I'm just asking you.
I'm not showing you any ID.
All right.
Have a nice day. I'll be out of here.
All right, but if they call us again,
And that's fine.
I was just warning you.
But when I come back here, sir, I will have proof that this is not state property. And I will be allowed on here. And if you call them again, you will be on the hook for it.
All right, sir. Look.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying it. No. I'm leaving. I'm not being criminally trespassed. You guys are asking me to leave, and I'm leaving. So suck it up.
All right, so
Thank you.
I was just letting you know.
That's fine.
Come back again. You'll be trespassed.
That's fine.
Can't be on the
Absolutely fine. I'm fine with that. So I can't ride all the way down through here?
Okay. All right.
So I can't ride all the way down through here?
You can ride down through here. I mean, obviously you gotta, get back down there, get off the road. I'll follow you down there.
Well, no, I mean, I'll probably just go back this way then.
Oh, that's the way you came from?
Yeah, I mean, I came from that way. Okay.
All right.
As soon as the cops arrived at the scene, they were being very hostile towards a man despite the fact that he didn't do anything wrong. They started ordering him around, treating him like the worst kind of criminal, while talking in a rather aggressive tone. Like that wasn't enough. One of the cops told the guy that he was going to arrest him if he didn't do what he said. But when the guy asked him what crime he would be arresting him for, the cop just walked away and said that he was going to show it to him.
For what crime? Hi. Hi. Can I speak with you for a second? Nope. I'm in a public place. I'm in a public sidewalk.
I'm asking you to go across the road so I can get each side of the story separately. Do you understand me?
Isn't that
So
jaywalking?
go across the road. I'm ordering you to.
Why are you being mean? I'm not going. I haven't done any. I haven't done
How
anything.
am I being mean?
You are.
How am I being mean?
You're trying
Explain that.
to. You're trying to intimidate.
Explain that.
You're trying to intimidate me.
Stay right here.
I've done nothing wrong.
Do you understand me?
You don't tell us what to do, brother. I've done nothing wrong.
You will find yourself in handcuffs if you don't listen.
For what crime?
I will show you.
I've done.
Then the cop called another officer to deal with the man. It looked like that officer was going to be reasonable for a second, but then he accused the man and the people he was with of trespassing, which is why the man had to remind him that they were at the city hall, which is a public place. The cop said that he understood that, but then he also claimed that they had to leave when asked, and the man just told him that he was wrong.
What the heck? We've done nothing wrong.
How you doing, sir?
Good. We've done absolutely nothing wrong. We're just working on a video, and he just came here like First Amendment-ish. What does that mean? Doesn't that apply to all of us? Well, we love good, courteous police officers. I don't know what's the problem. We have no issues with nobody here. We just want to film.
All y'all want out here, but if they do ask you to leave, technically, it's trespassing.
For what? For what crime? For what crime? But you need a no. This is a city hall, dog.
City though? Yes.
It's publicly. It's a public place. Officer, it's a public place.
I understand that, but if they ask you to leave, which they are
They-
part of the city,
The-
if the city asks you to leave their building, you have
Sir, that's not how it works. We do this nationwide. We go to public buildings. We never interfere. As long as I don't interfere with the service,
I don't know what happened inside.
absolutely nothing.
All I'm going off.
Hold on. Well, we've
Before you know it, that hostile cop from earlier came back and told the man that he could go upstairs. The man then told him that he wanted to speak with the mayor. The cops wanted to know if he made the appointment, but the man just told them that he came in person. He also called these cops tyrants and called them out for being so rude. The cop obviously started making excuses for his behavior, telling the man that it's his job. But then the man reminded him that he wasn't creating a disturbance or anything. but he was still pretty hostile towards him.
Pay your water bill, or whatever you can do on the ground floor, you may do so. You're not going upstairs, and you're not speaking to any city officials.
How can I do my legitimate business here then?
What's your legitimate business here?
I want to make an appointment with the mayor.
Well, then you need to call and make an appointment.
But I'm already here right now.
You gotta call.
Why were you so rude and made me?
How is that rude?
You made me jaywalk.
Stop changing the subject.
You made me jaywalk.
You're changing the subject. What appointment have you made with the mayor?
They didn't even give me a chance.
You didn't answer the question. What appointment did you make with the mayor?
I'm trying.
Did you phone the mayor's office and make an appointment?
Why would
Yes
I
or
call?
no?
Why would I call him
Did
right
you
here?
phone the mayor's
I came in
office, yes or
person.
no?
I came in person.
Yes or no? Did you phone their office?
Why are you guys being tyrants? We've done nothing wrong. You're supposed to be nice to the public. Did you see what you?
I'm not
Did you see what you? Yes, you are. It's courtesy. It's out of courtesy, bro. You are doing it. You're doing a job. You have to be nice to us. We have the right to. We have. No, you guys are creating a disturbance because I've done nothing wrong. I haven't been rude to anybody.
When the cop told the man not to come back to the city hall, the man called him out, accusing him of intimidation and calling him dangerous. He also reminded the cop that his job is to protect the citizens and not violate their rights.
I haven't been rude. Listen, I haven't been rude to anybody.
Don't go back in. I'm advising you not to come back to this.
Well, obviously you're definitely dangerous.
Me?
Yes.
How am I dangerous?
You are. You just walked up to us, intimidation and intimidate. Yes, you have a gun. You have all this stuff.
Job, dude.
No, it's not. It's your job to protect our rights, not to trample on them. That's a public building. We have the right to be there. Yes, we do. It's a public building.
You go on the ground floor?
We have the right to be there. This is tax. This is tax funded. We have. How do we make an appointment then? I sure will. What's your name and batch number? Bro, give me a second. This guy. Hold on. No, right now right now I don't even care about this building right now. I care about your attitude. No, I'm gonna document your attitude. This is bad. This is extremely tyrannical behavior. You don't do that to the citizen.
No, I don't.
You don't.
How do you know?
You just did to me.
Where are you from?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
I'm from American.
Okay, go away.
The cop then once again told him not to come back to the city hall unless he got an official business. But when the man asked them for their business cards, they just refused to give them to him. They also didn't want to reveal their names and badge numbers, which is why the man called them out for violating their own policy.
Tyrant. I have the right to be here. You already kicked me out, right?
Stand here.
I can. Yeah, I can.
Don't go back to City Hall.
Well, apparently I can. You're a tyrant. You're gonna kidnap me, right?
You can make an appointment unless you have official business with whatever officers are on the bottom floor. Okay?
Can I have your business card?
No, you cannot.
Can I have your business card? What's your name and batch number?
Go here and look.
You're not telling us. Okay, violate your own policy. Go ahead. Your name and batch number? Of course, you have to identify yourself.
That's why I have a badge and my name right here.
Right here, yeah. That's the way you treat the
Probably
public.
go home and study up on.
No,
something.
you should probably quit your job and work somewhere else. Private.
The man then told the cop to find another job as a private security, and the cop just accused him of trying to bait him. And when the man told him that he has to be nice to him, the cop just said that he doesn't. After some more arguing, the cops decided it was time for them to go. In the end, you can see them doing the walk of shame and hear the man telling them that they were going to end up on the internet.
Job. Private security, you do a better job.
You think you're
No.
the first person to ever bait me?
Bro, bait you? Have I disrespected you in any way? You said we're doing a First Amendment audit. Yes, we are. But although the first, well, I tell you something.
You can't go on the second
That's the
floor
thing.
better of
That's
City
the thing.
Hall
That,
without business there.
listen. You have to be nice to me.
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do. What job?
dictates
And
that?
what job do you? Your policy.
Where does it say
Your
that in
policy.
my policy?
It does say it.
How do you know?
Because I've already read it. Police officers are supposed to be the good people. Police officers are supposed to be nice people, bro. Police officers are supposed to be nice, period. No, no, you're not. I don't know. I hope you are. But this guy's extremely rude. Look at this. Look at this.
Go back to City Hall.
You need to leave this city.
You understand me?
You need to leave this city.
Do you understand?
You're a
Will you take
tyrant.
care of him?
You're a tyrant. I'm my own person. Enjoy that walk of shame. That's terrible. That's the walk of shame. No, that's the walk of shame. Go ahead. You guys are tyrants. I'll make sure I'll publish this. By the way, we have 100 million views on the internet. There you go. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Wow. Tyrant.
This man just pulled over behind the cops in order to observe the traffic stop, and when they approached him and asked him what he was doing, he told them just that. He then wanted to know why they got somebody in handcuffs for a traffic stop, and they just told him that it shouldn't concern him. which is why he had to remind them that they work for the people. But they still didn't want to give him the answer, and the female cop told him that he needed to leave.
How you doing, sir?
Can I help you?
Well, we're just observing.
Huh?
We're just observing.
Oh, okay.
What's going on here?
All right. No, it's just a traffic stop.
Why do you have somebody in handcuffs for a traffic stop?
Well, it's none of your concern, okay?
Well, it's very much my concern. You work for the people, and I'm just observing to try and make sure that nothing untoward's going on. But I think it's a reasonably curious question. Is it normal to put somebody in handcuffs for a traffic stop?
That's her business, okay?
Oh, hi, ma'am. How you doing?
No, it's not.
But you do need to get off my traffic stop.
No, I don't. I'm just...
The cop then repeated that the person who was arrested wasn't any of his business, to which the man replied that it was a matter of public record. He added that he can't force them to answer, but added that they shouldn't be uncomfortable with being filmed as they were filming as well. The cop then told him that the reason why they were talking to him was because he pulled over behind their traffic stop, and the man just proceeded to ask for their names and badge numbers.
I don't. I'm just observing.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is the person that was arrested, it's not any of your business, because that's her personal business, what she got arrested for. So it's none of your concern.
No, actually, that's a matter of public record.
Okay, well, you can look it up in public record.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. And I can't force you to tell me. I mean, it would be cordial of you to do so. But I'm just observing. I'm not here to interfere. And you guys shouldn't be uncomfortable with being filmed. I mean, it looks like you have body cams yourself, so it's not like you should be uncomfortable.
Well,
Can I ask how old you are? Can I ask how old you are?
Back there behind me.
Yeah. Can we ask you a question? Okay.
You can ask, yeah.
The reason why we're here right now talking to you is because we're on a traffic stop and you pulled behind us. Okay?
Right.
And we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm well behind you. So actually, what's weird to me is that you're on a traffic stop and you're over here talking to me instead of dealing with your traffic stop.
Okay. Well, she's already detained, okay?
What's your name, sir?
I'm Officer Garcia.
Garcia, I'm Gavin.
The female cop then once again told the man to leave her traffic stop because if he didn't, she was going to arrest him for interfering. The man then told her to call her supervisor and asked what law he was breaking. But as you can imagine, she didn't know how to respond to that and just threatened him with arrest again. The man completely lost it at that point and said that he was going to move just because his family was in the car. He also added that he was going to hold them accountable for this after accusing them of acting like criminals.
Behind our traffic stop. And
Would it make you more comfortable if I pulled up on the side here?
That's even closer to
You
us.
have two
Okay.
choices. Either you can leave my scene or both of you are going to be arrested
For what?
for interfering.
How am I interfering?
You're interfering with my traffic stop. I don't like you sitting right here behind
You
me.
don't get to dictate that, but can you call a supervisor out and I can talk to him?
We've already talked to him, okay?
Can you tell me what law I'm breaking?
You're interfering with our traffic stop, okay?
In what way am I doing that?
You're interfering because we're over here speaking with you, okay?
Isn't it, the Supreme Court has upheld our right just to film police
No,
Okay, I'm
you're
officers?
going to
not.
tell you one more time.
Are you gonna leave or
You
not?
can either leave right now with your kids in your vehicle.
Okay, so you're threatening my family with force then, is that what it is?
We're asking you to leave.
And you're going to use force against me if I don't
I'm
leave.
saying that y'all are going to be arrested if y'all don't leave our traffic
So you're going to, at the point of a gun, you're going to threaten harm to my family, is that correct?
I never said that.
That's what you're saying.
Okay. One more chance. Either leave the scene or step out of the vehicle and you're gonna be arrested.
Okay, well, since you're threatening my life, I'm going to move away from the scene because you guys are threatening my life and the life of my 4 kids in here. You are well outside the law. And normally, if I was by myself, I would probably refuse, but I got my family in the car. You are breaking the law right now. You're violating your oath. You're acting as criminals.
Alrighty.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move somewhere else and film you to make sure that you're not untoward to this. I want what's your badge number, ma'am?
It's 208.
Okay. I intend to have you held accountable for this. What's your rank?
Go ahead and leave, please.
I will move is what I will do. I'm not going to leave.
Well away from my
I'm going to move where I want to.